are looking for a scapegoat for your failure. Gumi hits federal government over threat to sanction BBC and Trust Television. Welcome to the news. Thank you for your support. And if you are new, kindly subscribe to my channel. Ahmed Gumi, Islamic cleric, has stated that the federal government is trying to find a scapegoat for its failure to tackle insecurity. The cleric was reacting to the plan by the federal government to sanction some media organizations for glorifying terrorism. Lai Mohammed, Minister of Information and Culture, said the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC and Daily Trust will be penalized over their documentaries on terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. Let me assure you they will not get away with this naked glorification of terrorism and banditry in Nigeria, Mohammed had said. In a statement issued, Gumi said the federal government wants to blackmail the media organization to their patriotic reporting. Federal government attempts in trying to find a scapegoat to justify its glaring failure after wasting over $16 billion. Wow! And the last 7 years without any commensurate result on security and efforts to blackmail certain media organizations for their patriotism in reporting the crisis is unfortunate and should be resisted by all responsible media organizations. Instead, what is happening in Nigeria today, especially in the Northwest, as clearly captured by the BBC, is more of an ethnic war and reprisal killings, an attack due to the government's failure to address well-documented instances of injustice that were initially done to the Fulanis. What do you expect from a society, Fulani, that was left in total ignorance and lack of education, especially when their primary means of livelihood, cattle, have been completely rustled by other criminals elements within and outside our security agencies without any effort by the government to address the injustice? As I talk with you now, cattle rustling has not stopped. Many law-abiding Fulani are falling victim of the official extortion of their cows and well-documented evidence. When a commander-in-chief with what system and a society that records increased attack when security agencies cannot even protect Abuja, and especially when the guards brigades cannot even protect themselves, not to talk of the president, when they blame the media for such failure and their ineptitude for reporting it. While the people have reacted to this, let's hear their comment. The truth is coming out gradually. The cleric has spoken positively for the first time. Is this Gumi speaking or someone's masquerading as Gumi? That's how your father behaved, but you should not throw the way of your father. Gumi, for once in his life, spoke the truth. Gumi, if Nigeria is a normal country, by now you will have been stoned or arrested for using your religious privilege to mislead the public when you are acting devil's god with bandits. Speak up. I really like your comment. Let's call a spade a spade. This man knows exactly what is happening. Maybe they have planned to take over power by terrorism. The IT insecurity, British and bandits are obvious signs that 2023 elections are threatened, and DSS threatened and may not hold after all. Both the DSS and INEC has given in to that effect. Those Nigerians have a plan B in the event that happens. Which plan B should we have again in this country? If election will not hold, then what is the next step? What should we do? Why is this man still walking around a free man? Speak truthful this time around. Most times I don't understand him. Could it be that his bandit boys are preparing way for him to take over power? You now speak the truth about Nigeria for the first time. If anybody likes believing me or not, Gumi will be in Aso Rock as president if eventually Bendi take over this country. Do not in any way believe what he is claiming now. He is a terrorist. This man is smoking our military. He has been doing and saying what so many people dare not say or do for fear of imprisonment. Why is he still a free man? We should find out why someday. What just injustice have done to the Fulani. So people should know real when they start eating people's farmland. When you spend millions of naira on farm and cow, destroy it. So the owners should not complain. What is this jihadist and wicked talking about? Truth from General Gumi for the first time, because Buhari in Aso is not the Buhari we all know Nigerians know during his military era. What has come over this man for the first time, this man has spoken the truth. Gumi, get this right. Enough of your saying that Fulani were left behind and lack education. As pastoralists, how would they have settled down to get educated? That was even a time trailers, mobile education was provided by Jonathan government and some other forms, yet they refuse taking the opportunity. The cattle roasting still ongoing is among themselves. Before now, if you criticize Buhari government for bad governance, they will come out on you as being against Muslim. Unknown to them, what goes around comes around. The heat is now on everyone, and they want to distance themselves from it. If people like our distinguished clerics were sincere in their judgment, we couldn't be where we are today. Students of history know that sustainable nationhood is built on the foundation of truth, not sentiment or self-deceit. Let Fulani overthrow Fulani and nothing will happen. Well, that is Gumi coming now that the federal government should account for the $16 billion they have spent of insecurity since 2015 and tell us why we are still where we are without having any tangible evidence to show that yes, we have killed or we have taken away all these bandits, destroying this nation. We have followed them to stay still instead of saying they have been partially decimated. We have not decimated anything. The federal government should come out and tell us. Honestly, they need to explain what they have done with that humongous amount of money. $16 billion. This is huge. Well, what is your opinion about this statement from Gumi that they are trying to gag the press so that the truth about how much they have spent on insecurity will not be exposed? Kindly make your opinion known as you subscribe to my page. Thank you, good day, and God bless.